Hey guys and gals, Zoop here, and today I want to go over something a little different. I've had World of Warships for a few months now and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Being that it's a closed beta, I know there are a lot of you out there that haven't been able to play, and even more of you that are still trying to find out more information about the game. So this video is for you. Really, it's about why I love this game, why you'll hopefully love it, and how you can get a hold of it if you really want it. I've been predominantly playing first-person shooters for a long time now. All my online multiplayer escapades have revolved around the Call of Duty and Battlefield franchises. After close to a decade of promotions, prestiges, perks, and being spawn-trapped, I've really found myself burned out from traditional first-person shooter games. Enter World of Warships. First of all, I love warships in general. I'm a history buff with a concentration on World War II history. One of my favorite books of all time is The Last Stand of the Tin Can Sailors, which revolves around the Battle off Samar and the heroics of Taffy 3, which was a small task force made up of 6 small carriers, 3 destroyers, and 4 even smaller destroyer escorts. For those not familiar with the battle, Taffy 3 squared off against the Japanese center force, which included 6 heavy cruisers and 4 battleships. One of the battleships, the Yamato, displaced more tons than all Taffy 3 combined. Amazingly, Taffy 3 won the battle through some chilling heroics. When World of Warships came along, I was instantly intrigued. I was lucky enough to receive a beta key, and I've been playing ever since. Why does this game satisfy me so much, aside from being about World War II warships and a much needed break from first-person shooters? There are, in my opinion, many things that cure the frustrations many FPS gamers have. First of all, World of Warships forces team play. In most FPS games, unless you're with a platoon or a clan or a small group of buddies playing with a bunch of randoms can be an exercise in futility and frustration. People seem to go their own ways, not playing the objective and worrying about their own stats and kill-death ratios. Granted, that can still happen in World of Warships. I really haven't seen it as much. For the most part, players play to win, and that means working together to take objectives. I feel a lot more relaxed playing World of Warships. FPS games stress me out sometimes. I wouldn't call the pace of World of Warships slow at all, but it's a lot different. Depending on the ship type you choose, it can actually be quite frantic. Ask any destroyer driver. In FPS games, it can be frustrating getting thrown into a match on a losing team, one that's spawn-trapped with no hope of winning. This isn't the case in World of Warships. You never start in the middle of a round. You always start in the beginning. There's a feeling of an equal chance for victory. Granted, balance can sometimes be off and you wind up against some bigger and better tiered ships. Even the smallest destroyer can take out the biggest battleship with enough skill though. There's always a chance. Overall, for me, the game just appeals to everything I want in a game. I can play at my own pace, fill my own role, whether it's being a destroyer, cruiser, battleship, or carrier, and I can jump in for a quick round or play multiple games at a time, taking breaks in between. If you play well, you're still rewarded through XP, which you use to upgrade your ship. Finally though, I'm not obsessed with keeping my kill-death ratio at a certain point, or leveling up, or prestiging. People see me right now as my name only in-game. In a stat-obsessed gaming world, so far World of Warships is the perfect antidote, and it helps that the game runs buttery smooth for me, and it will for most with even a modest setup. And in all honesty, for a beta, the game is more polished and feels better than a lot of games released as gold. So how do you get a copy? Unfortunately, it's a closed beta. I have a certain amount of keys I give away during streams and in other ways, but truthfully, if you don't want to roll the dice, pre-order the game. I know that sounds contradictory for a free-to-play game, but to me, it's more than worth it. There are 3 ships you can purchase, all for around $30 US, or you can buy a package with all 3 ships. When you pre-order, in addition to the ships you order, you get 30 days of premium and a certain amount of gold doubloons that can be used in-game for transactions. This is in addition to unlocking the beta. When the game does go gold, there will be a wipe. However, if you pre-ordered, you get to keep your ship and any gold doubloons you had already spent. They'll be replenished. You'll also get your premium days back. Full disclosure here, I got the beta through a key. Despite that, I pre-ordered the USS Sims, which I reviewed in a previous video. To me, this game is well worth the $30 I spent. In all honesty, I would likely pay the usual $60 the games retail for. To me, this game is that fun, plays that well, and in my opinion is totally worth it. So if you're on the fence whether you want this game or not, and you have the extra dollars laying around, go for it. You'll not regret it if you pre-order. Wargaming has something special with this game. It's the cure for you if you've grown tired with first-person shooters and want to try something new. Anyhow, that wraps this up. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more. Zoop out.